I'd like to talk about spontaneous healing. I'm really curious about how you can be in that vibration, or from how I understand it, it's being able to connect with yourself and be in that vibration so that all that your body can hold is love and light. And I believe that potential is there for anyone.
Well, in light of the conversation that we just had, this is good timing to have this conversation, isn't it? Because sometimes, no matter how much you want something, you're resistant to it because you have already identified. In other words, our friend asked the question, how can I get to where I want to be from where I am right now? So it's all about your perception about where you are right now. Because if you perceive yourself, and it's really easy with diagnosis and attention to perceive yourself as being in a place that you don't want to be, but how do you get to where you want to be from a perception of being in a place that you don't want to be? We asked you again, can you get there from there? No. The answer is no. So what has to happen for there to be a, as you say, spontaneous recovery or healing? If you accept that the vibration that you're emitting will bring back to you a manifestation that matches it, then it is logical under any and all conditions that if you could change the frequency of your vibration, that you could change the condition of your experience. It's all about belief, though, isn't it? Mm. Your society is not conducive to that in this way. And you've sort of been practicing it too. There is so much awareness of what is and so much determination to catalog it and pigeonhole it and document it that it's not easy for most of you to hold a vibration that is different from the momentum that's been going. But it is absolutely possible, yes.
How long do you have to hold that for then the cells regenerating to hold that new pattern?
Well, the thing about it is that the cells of your body have the ability to do that and are doing it. They're doing it constantly. But your own thought process gets in the way of it. So you hinder the communication between the cells if you believe something that is not in alignment with the well-being that they naturally know. As we've been describing you, and the last conversations have been extremely satisfying to us, to you too. The cells of your body are right there. In other words, they are consciousness, they are intelligence who are already doing that because they are not as involved in the details. They're not complicated. They're simpler in their beingness, in their acceptance of well-being. You have to know that. Don't you find your physical apparatus extraordinary in its ability to communicate, in its ability to assimilate, in its ability to be? In other words, it's a magnificent vessel that you are focused through. It's instantaneously, it's happening, and you will experience the result of that unless you're doing that thing you do that is preventing you from. It's the facing of reality, but this is the thing that we really want to help you to bridge within yourself. Who gets to define your reality? You do. You're going to like this. We're out there on the leading edge and you're right there with us. You're going to get this. So I want to start with the word manifestation. We want to start with right now. We want to point out to you that you can't be anywhere other than right now. And that whatever you're seeing and whatever you're hearing and however you're feeling about it is a manifestation of right now. Any fragrance that you're acknowledging, any emotion that you're acknowledging, any visual that you are seeing, any auditory that you're hearing, anything that you are experiencing is a manifestation. This is a manifestation point. Obvious. Manifestation point. Here and now, manifestation point. Manifestation point. These are manifestations. Lights, painting on the ceiling, the colors around you, manifestations. Now with manifestation, accept the word perception, translation, point of view. Your manifestations are your point of view. They are your translations. They are your perceptions. Your perceptions are practiced. Your perceptions are practiced by you more than really serve you. It's why so many teachers teach meditation. If you meditate on a regular basis, and we would encourage 15 or 20 minutes, 30 at the most, on a daily basis. If you will take the time to quiet your mind, which is to close your eyes so that your visual interpretation ceases, to sit in a quiet space so that your auditory perception and translation ceases, to wear as comfortable of clothing as you can so that you are least aware of your physical apparatus as you can. In other words, put yourself in a sort of deprivation is the wrong word, sensory deprivation of sensory things, so that you can experience the pureness of the vibration of who you are. You can reset in time, and it doesn't take a lot of time, your ability to perceive. Everything that we're talking about here is about rebooting yourself, pushing the reset button to that place of well-being, which the cells of your body already are. The cells of your body, they push that reset button every single day. Now, the cells of your body are influenced by other cells around them. That's why things within your apparatus, that's why disease can spread, that's why viruses and bacteria can have its way with you. In other words, the cells of your body are somewhat observant too, but not nearly as observant as you are. And they do not use their observational perception in a way that blocks the energy from flowing like you do with your conscious mind. So if you could find a way of just chilling out on a more regular basis, you would reset your vibrational stance and allow the momentum of well-being to be the stronger path, the stronger momentum, the stronger unfolding. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. We're doing a lot of talking about ignoring what is when you are in an environment where you really want to look around and see what is. But feel the difference between trying to control thoughts that are already set in motion. That's hard. And starting in a place where there is no thought that is set in motion. So what we're asking you to do is to trust that if you start from a sort of neutral place, that the momentum that begins and will become more will be beneficial to you every single time. It is our promise to you. And the best analogy that we've offered through the years is the cork is bobbing up there on the surface of the water. That's where you naturally are. You can hold it under the water. You can hold it under the water, but that's a distortion of what is natural. When you are distracted from whatever it is that's causing you to hold it under the water, or you have practiced being free and not holding it under the water, then your cork bobs on the surface of the water in the high, pure vibration where it belongs. So we want you to ask the question that the friend before kept asking. What was her question? From where I am right now. That is the most significant question, because law of attraction is responding to where you are right now vibrationally. You get that? To where you are vibrationally. That's what law of attraction is taking off from, to where you are. So if you are in a place that you don't want to be, and law of attraction is taking off from where you are, don't you want to find a way to be someplace other than where you are? And doesn't that require distraction from where you are? Enough distraction that the momentum of who you really are, from where you really are, and all that you really are, can be your point of attraction, you see. And so what illness is, what it is Source is calling you in a very powerful way. That's who you are. That's the momentum of who you are. And do you know what illness is? You stand in resistance to that calling. So now your logical human response should be, Source, stop calling. You're causing me problems. Stop calling me, because can't you see I'm not coming? Can't you see that I've been focused upon things and I'm not coming, and you're constantly calling me is a problem to me? And we say, eventually it won't be. You'll just go. You'll just go. Helpful?
Yes.
Yeah. Really good.
Thank
really
you.
Good. Yeah.